Hello everyone, it's Dr. Language here, and today I'm going to be talking about the speaking section of the TOEFL test. A lot of you guys have requested me to cover up this section from long time ago, but I didn't really have the opportunity to find it until now. So today I am going to be giving you the general idea about the speaking section, how you should approach the questions, and what you should do and what you should not. So let's get started. Alright, for the speaking section, the key to success is that I know that a lot of you guys are out there trying to, or maybe now even that you guys are expecting me to give you some tips and hints or even templates that you're going to get and directly memorize it. But the thing with the templates is, for the speaking section of the TOEFL test, is that it's available online. You can download them, you can practice them, or maybe you can memorize them and arrange your answers based on their templates. So what my opinion regarding to that topic is that since it's available online, a lot of people can download it. So it means that it's available and maybe thousands of people are downloading the same templates and they're memorizing the same thing, and during the exam they are giving the same exact answers with the basic and the general structure that is available on that template. So I believe it is extremely bad. It's extremely terrible because the assessors, the way they assess your exam is that they're going to take a look at your performance based on how much you differentiate yourself from your peers. So the more complex or unpopular but really a good words you use or vocabulary you use during your speech, the more likely you're going to score high, right? So for example, if it's for the first question, you're going to get a question like, what is your ideal place to work on, or like what kind of an environment do you like to work in? If you have a question like that, and if you're telling the words like the environment, the work, the colleagues, or the people I work with, it is most probably going to be the common words that are also going to be used from other students as well. So what you should be looking for is for example, a milieu is a word that is used in English. Instead of using environment, you can use it. And if you use a word like that, and if I'm the assessor of that test, I'll tell directly that, okay, this student knows that word and used in the good context, in appropriate context. So your score is going to get better and better. But my key to success on the speaking section is that you don't need any of those templates, all right? You don't need any of them. Or I know that it may be for some of you here right now is just going to stop watching the video, but I'm definitely a big fan of not using the templates for the speaking section. It's not really giving you advantage, it's more giving you harm, and you're losing a lot of points. A lot of points because of the templates for the speaking section. For the reading section, there are a lot of strategies. For the listening section, there are a few strategies for the note-taking part. But for the speaking sections, trust me, you don't need any templates or any. Of course, you need some strategies, some solid strategies. But why would you need a template to really get a good score? Okay, I'm going to now talk about what I did in the speaking section so that maybe you're going to understand what you should do to get a good score like me. I got 29 out of 30 in the speaking section, so that was the section that I did the best among all other sections. And to be honest with you, frankly speaking, I didn't really practice so much for the speaking section. So I spent the least amount of time to get the best score. So how efficient it is, right? So what I did is actually for first and the second questions for the speaking section, I'll put a link down in the comment section so that you see the website I used to practice the example questions for the first and the second question part in the speaking section. So all I did was to practice a lot for those first and second questions. I timed myself and I created that TOEFL environment, and I like prepared for 15 seconds as well. So I wrote down, and not only did I solve one question and move up to the next, but I solved the same question. At least I get satisfied with the answer. So not that I only solve one example question for one time, but multiple times, and that helped me a lot to really get the best answer possible. So then I felt confident, because generally most of the time the context of the questions are the same. Okay, it's maybe impossible to really study the same exact question that you're going to see on the test, but the context is most likely going to be the same. So if you practice until you get satisfied with your answer, and if you think it's your best, then you can move on to the next question. But other than that, you should be really giving some more answers for the same question again. So for the first and second question, the key is provide two examples. Okay, I know you've maybe heard it before from other YouTubers for the TOEFL test, or maybe some of the videos you watched also recommended you to give two examples. And the reason why is that you don't have so much time to give maybe three examples. And if you're not really doing well with giving two examples, you can provide one example as well. That's okay, as long as you're filling up the time and as long as you're giving some details for that one reason you're giving. So put it in that way. You're giving one general idea, one general example, and you're branching it out to the details. So you're giving more details, and that's how you earn. That's where you're actually earning some good scores, based on your examples and based on your details. So two examples, provide details for it, or two reasons and provide examples for it. So that's my strategy for the first and the second question for the speaking part. And for the rest, you have listening, and based on the listenings, you're taking notes. So based on those notes, just be natural. Being natural during the test is not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you're not prepared. I mean, if you're not memorizing a template, doesn't mean that you're not going to get a good score. It means you can get a good score, and it's more likely that you're going to get a good score. And that's what I did. If you think you're speaking fluently in English, you have no problems in leading the daily conversations you're having with people, it means you don't need any templates. I mean, you've most likely talked about the topics already before for first and the second question, and for the rest you have the listening. So during the listening, like in the listening part, you take notes, right? You take notes, and it's right on top of the desk, so you can read them. So just for 20 seconds, maybe all you need to do is just focus on, okay, I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to talk about that, and then improvise. Really, I'm really a big fan of improvisation. Improvise your answer right there. It means you're going to be natural. If you're improvising, it means you're going to be natural. Try it. If you're struggling with the speaking section, and if you scored less, even if you use all of the templates possible on internet, then give it a try. Give what I said you a try. Just just stop using templates and start being natural, and talk naturally during the test. Maybe that's what you need. And trust me, if you're going to give a good answer during that 45 seconds or a minute, then definitely you're going to score more than 24, 25, 26. Because once you start answering those questions naturally, you're already differentiating yourself from your peers. There are a lot of people out there. Maybe 5 or like 7 out of 10 of those students are going to be using, templates. So you're going to be in that category of those 3 people. You're going to be one of those 3 people who are not using templates, who are giving strong, valid, and detailed answers, and in a natural way, in an intuitive way. And that's what TOEFL wants. I didn't use any templates. All I did was, okay, I listened it and I took my notes. I took a look at my notes. If you haven't watched my video note taking, you can give it a try for the listening section. The strategy is pretty much same for the reading one. I'm sorry, the speaking one. So you can apply it. You can also apply it for the speaking section as well. So all you have to do is just take a look at on your paper, and that's all you have to talk about. For example, if I wrote down, for example, the philosophy day, or maybe one student wanted to use the shuttle in the university, but the other one wanted to use his private car. So you're going to hear, for example, a girl talking about a shuttle bus, and also like a guy talking about like using his private car and why it's best for him, why it's good for him, why it's so much more advantageous. But on the other hand, for girl, it's better to use the shuttle bus. It's less expensive. It's it's good for the environment, less consumption, blah blah blah. You're going to be hearing all of these during the listening section. And you're going I'm sorry, during the listening section of in this for the speaking part. Then you're taking your notes, and I bet you can improvise it. I bet you can say, okay, the girl wanted to use the shuttle bus, and the reason for that was she thought that it was much more advantageous over using her private car. So blah blah blah. You're gonna go like that, and trust me, once you practice, like at the beginning, it's gonna sound so tough. You're gonna stop, you're gonna hesitate, you're gonna hustle. But after you practice with this way, you're going to realize that actually it's easy. You are actually going to start creating your own template. You are going to start creating your own way. Everyone has their own way of speaking. Everyone has their own way of introducing themselves, and that's going to be so helpful for you for the speaking section. So that's it for today, guys. That's all I can tell you about the speaking section in a brief way. So if you want to watch some more my videos and on different topics, let me know in the comment section down below. So bye for now.